Now, let's move on to the electricity crisis and how your department and how you've collaborated with others has made maybe the good or the benefits or the advantages or the kind of things that can grow out of a crisis like the electricity crisis.
Okay, so first of all, the electricity crisis is a major opportunity. And I still remember we've got something that we call a game changer, and we've identified what are the various things that we need to do differently as a government that changes the economic landscape and game, and energy is one of them. But it also goes back for about 3 years or 2 years, 2.5 years, and we started an entity or special purpose vehicle called Green Cape, because we saw that globally we need to get into the new renewable green tech kind of businesses, and how do we take the lead in Africa? So we set that up. And I said to them earlier this year when we had the first Game Changer meeting, I said, we set ourselves the path to become the green hub, the renewable energy hub. We've already got all sorts of expertise being developed, manufacturing, all sorts of things happening here in the southern tip of Africa. This crisis, as we say it, is actually a massive opportunity. And so what you're seeing now, our first port of call is how do we get load shedding out of the way, because that is hugely detrimental to our economy. But what happens post that? And post that means what are the other opportunities? Smart grids, solar panels, wind generation, batteries. You see what Elon Musk is doing in the US. So how do we get involved in that new kind of business? And so there's a lot of work happening there. But I think on everyone's mind is the negative, which is the load shedding at the moment, cost increases. But that's again, you see increases in electricity supply, another opportunity. Can we not come in quicker, faster, etc.? But at the moment, the load shedding is the big issue. I had a meeting on Friday where we were in Saldanha Bay launching a little incubator unit there. I got a chance to chat to Brian Molefe, CEO of Eskom. And I must say, I'm really pleased because his focus is he's like single-mindedly, I've got to get us off load shedding. Yeah. That's exactly as the CEO of Eskom what you'd expect. Let's get this country off the load shedding space because it costs us so much. And then I believe that's where the next stage opportunities come. And I think out of this region, it's going to be wind, solar, maybe some gas to energy, because our coastline is covered with gas. You see what's happening off Mozambique and off Angola. How do we use some gas as a kind of intermediary between the new tech? But eventually, I think that between batteries, solar, and wind, that's going to be the new generation of electricity and a huge part of our economy.
What type of green initiatives can come out of a crisis like load shedding or what we're facing right now?
So the work we're busy doing at the moment is looking at how do we create a manufacturing hub. We need jobs. I mean, that's the bottom line. That's what my primary kind of job is. I wake up in the morning saying, what are we going to do to make it easier for business to create jobs? And we're doing a lot of work now on a special economic zone in Atlantis, where we want to crowd in factories that are involved in new tech and specifically energy.
Just like we've got that new turbine factory that launched last year.
So that was great because we focused, whether it's the provincial level, a national level, or a local government level, we focused on these kind of things, on an easy to do business. So that factory, when they announced and put that spade, you always have this media thing, and you put a spade in the ground. From making their decision to actually opening the factory was 1 year. That was getting all of the approvals done, getting a factory built, and that's the kind of thing we need to.
It was a huge success story in the red tape reduction program. Correct. It was, look what we can do if you come to Cape Town and do business here.
So aligning all the departments, aligning the kind of vision, and you can see it happen.
Now we've had that success story. What's the next one?
Well, so how do we crowd in a whole lot of factories into that area? So we create jobs. We sort of change the brand of the region. So that's obviously where a lot of the work. You'll know that we're also doing another IDZ in Saldanha Bay. That's looking at the oil and gas servicing around the coastline of Africa. So we've got lots of these kind of projects that they are facilitating an environment. Then you want the investors to come, because that's how you create the jobs. It's not about government creates the right environment. Investors then have to have the confidence on top of that to invest, and so the economy grows.